Hello everyone, this is Cianex and welcome to another Longplay commentary. Just a few notes before we actually start out here. There is a link in the description to the video for this commentary. I do not own the footage, I did not make the footage, and I do not have permission to show the footage. However, you can open the link in another tab and watch the video while listening to the sound of my lovely voice. These commentaries are a way for me to express my opinions on different types of games, and while I may be talking about the game, not all material will have to do with the game. Sometimes I may talk about games I'm not knowledgeable about, with my intent being to learn more about them. Please keep this in mind when I talk about certain things during the commentary. I also am not exactly fluent in everything I talk about in general, so don't quote me on anything unless it's insanely smart, insanely stupid, or insanely funny. And with that, let's begin the commentary. Go ahead and pull up the video. I will count down from 3, and when you hear the word go, you start the video. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I'm used. Alright, let's do this. Mega Man 1 for the NES. Okay, so I love I love Mega Man. Let me start off by saying that. I love Mega Man. I'm not good at Mega Man by any means, but this game is so much fun to watch people play. I love those, classic NES era platformers, but they're much more fiendishly difficult than a lot of the games that I'm used to, or platformers even that I'm used to. So I'm much more content to just watch other people be good at them instead. But because I came into existence on this mortal plane after the era of the NES. I'm an N64. I'm an N64 and a GameCube child. So I mean, I've come back since then to take a look at all these older games, but I'm used to easy stuff, man, and that may be the gaming industry's fault nowadays for making games so much easier, but whatever. So this is actually one of the few long plays I've seen before, because for moments right there, for moments like that, oh my god, I love watching this run. Most of the long plays I do, I haven't ever seen before, but there are a couple exceptions to that, and this is definitely one of them. But this dude, Monty Mole here, makes Mega Man look extremely easy. But, you can tell while he's playing it, I think, that there's clearly more to it, and it's clearly very difficult. This is probably, years of experience put in this playthrough. But I love watching it so much. I feel a sense of hope for my future whenever I watch this. It gets me excited. But just the way that this runner just tears through this fairly difficult game is pretty awesome and fun to watch. Seriously, how do you do that? I have so much trouble with any enemy in this game, and he just walks up to one of the most difficult enemies in the game and is like sight and machine guns in his face. It's I wish I could do that. And I can't fight any boss either. I know you're supposed to start on Bomb Man because of the weakness order and how easy Bomb Man is to fight without his weakness. Or maybe alternatively, Fireman? How hard it is to fight Fireman without his weakness? I don't completely recall. But either way, look at that. No death, no hurt, no anything. He gets through this entire level without being injured, and that's, beyond fathomability for me. And beyond anything I could possibly achieve. Also, I love how there's a score system in this game. I always forget that. Mega Man 1 has a score system, and every single other Mega Man game ditches the score system, I'm pretty sure. Which, I mean, it's not a huge deal, honestly. I don't care about there being a score system. But I mean, I know back in the day, scores were a much bigger thing than they are right now. And especially with, arcades and stuff, and, keeping high scores on the cabinets or whatever. But this is kind of different, of course. But I'm sure it's a way to, compare runs or whatever. So, if you have a run before and you come back to play the game again, you're like, well, I want to beat my high score this time, which, I mean, I guess that's cool, but there's no real reason to have it, so I'm not super miffed about it either way. But especially because it's only the first game, I think it would be a little bit of a bigger deal if it was in the entire classic series and the X series ditched it, but that's not the case. Also, again, here we go. Them quick finger presses. Those crazy rapid shots. Also, that was a buggy looking screen transition. Oh, look, there it is. Top left corner. I always did find that a little... I mean, I guess I kind of know why they do it, but whenever you transition the screen horizontally, it smooths freely. It smooths smoothly. Whereas when you're going up and down, there's a screen transition. But I'm guessing that's because the way the game works is that there's essentially like planes of verticality that are the size of one screen, and whenever you move down or up to another screen, it has to move to the next plane, essentially. Which is interesting. But I mean, it's whatever. Also, Guts, man. What a fun character. This boss actually, like, would probably be somewhat easier. I don't know. I think Gutsman is actually the only level I've been able to beat in this game. Funnily enough, I remember for the longest time that that part of the beginning with the moving platforms that just dunk you into the abyss, that took me so much time to figure out how to get through because my reflexes are like a one-legged donkey. So, yeah. Not necessarily fond memories of this game. I love this game for so many reasons, but not because I'm good at it. I think I said that already. And not because I have fantastic memories of playing this game as a child and beating it or whatever. No, my first Mega Man game I ever played was actually Mega Man X on... Funnily enough, I think, yeah, it was the iOS version. The first one I played was the version that I'm pretty sure everybody hates. The one on mobile phones that Capcom released like several years ago at the time of this recording. I don't even remember how old I was, but yeah, it was definitely a while back. And then I don't own it on, I have a Super Nintendo. I never got it on the Super Nintendo, but I have the X collection for GameCube, which still good, I think. I think that's acceptable. I've played every X game in the collection. I haven't played 7 or 8 yet. But anyway, this is not about X, this is about classics. The classics I've played... I think I have played all of them at this point, except for 9 and 10, which I remember really wanting to get 9 and 10 when I was younger and they were new. Oh lord, brings back fond memories of Nintendo Power. There was a cover issue for Mega Man 9 of Nintendo Power that just made the game look so stinking cool, and they went into a ton of detail, and I loved the Robot Masters, and I loved the concept of the game. I loved how it looked. And I never ended up getting it, but good thing I never got it because I probably would have just rage quit and been incredibly unhappy with my $10, $12 that I had spent to have a game just fist me repeatedly. Basically, I'm pretty sure 9 is one of the more difficult ones, if I recall. I don't really know, but this one definitely is even harder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think... I think the first one is the hardest. I don't know if that's either the first one or the second one is the one that everyone says is the hardest, I think, but I don't know which one. And I haven't played enough of 1. I've played 2 and I got decently far in 2, but that was a lot of trial and error, also just rip cut, man. But Yeah, there's some, in the first couple Mega Man games, there are some Robot Masters whose weaknesses just tear them asunder. No, I've had more experience with 2, but I can save that for another time, I suppose. We're already halfway through the Robot Masters. Yeah, this game only has 6 instead of the 8 that the other Mega Man games do. I know that in the PSP powered up, quote, remake, I guess, they added 2 more to try and, like, fix it, I guess. I don't know if fix is necessarily the proper word. Also didn't know the rolling cutter killed those. Oh yeah, and then the music in this game is awesome. I'm silently jamming out to the music and bobbing my head up and down as I'm recording this, actually. But I remember this one a lot, of course, because it definitely just that part that just sounds like Faithfully from Journey. And Journey's awesome and Faithfully's awesome, and the Mega Man soundtrack is awesome. So when you combine 2 good things, you just get a gooder thing, and that's pretty cool. I don't like this level, though. This level's very vertical, which, the whole like, planar screen shifting thing messes with my noggin. And if you fall, there are many more opportunities for you to be dead, just from falling. And the number 1 cause of death for me in any platformer I play is falling. So, not super great. Also, no, those aren't instant death. Yeah, spikes are instant death. but not the. Oh my god, look at that pro dodge, dude. Oh yeah, and so now he has the guts, so he can come and grab the secret weapon, which this is an interesting way that they do the secret thing weapon deal in this game compared to how they do in the other games. Of course, the magnet beam is only in this game, but in other games they have your like rush adapters and beat and other such hidden things, but there's much different ways to acquire them. And if I recall correctly, now that he has the magnet beam, this is the part where Monty Mole just destroys the game and wants to speedrun up ladders, I guess. I mean, if it makes you go faster enough, fasterer? I don't know. But yeah, he just starts pumping out magnet beams. Good lord. Because, to be fair though, if you keep your weapon energy pretty high, the magnet beam can like destroy some of the puzzles and challenges in this game. Like bam, didn't even have to worry about the proto-eye. He just hopped over the thing. Like it's kind of bonkers some of the stuff that you can do with this. Which is why I love watching people play this game, because I get to bear witness to how awful I am at video games and how awesome everyone else is. And just the cool stuff you can do in these kind of games. The magnet beam, honestly, is one of the coolest things about this game, just from the kind of bullshit that you can pull with it. Also, why is a Lekman weak to scissors? I don't know, but whatever. And god, yeah, the weaknesses just destroy people. Has he been hit even once yet? I don't think he has. Weaknesses tear Robot Masters open in this game. Like, I mean, not that they don't in the other games, but it's very obvious. Just it takes off so much health. It's crazy. I already have 2 more. Now, as for why Iceman's weak to Lekman, I kind of get that because it's like ice is water, and so in a sense it makes sense. As for why in every Mega Man game though that ice is good against fire, I still don't completely understand that. But I mean, it's whatever. I know they fixed that in the X games, but maybe it's some, I don't know. That might be, oh good lord, that went really far. Wow. And again, here's Monty Mole saying screw you to the actual challenge of the game with his magnet beams. And it's gonna continue for the rest of the playthrough. I mean, part of me kind of wants to see how this awesome dude, good lord, just attempt some of the like regular stuff in the game, like to actually play the game like a non-immortal would. But on the other hand, it's like this is still super fast. Oh my god. I guess he knew that that's where he was going to be dropped off at the end. I forget that those are like not limited. And then for some reason when you fall off the magnet beam, you fall like an elephant would, except I don't know, everything falls the same. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, falls lightning fast. I do dislike the way airspeed works in this game, because you have your standard jumping, like fall height, fall speed, or whatever, your jumping fall speed, and then you have the, oh god, a platform disappeared from underneath me, oh shit, there I go, fall speed, which is like 20 times as fast and gives you no time to comprehend anything, and then you're dead. Not like you could do anything about it anyway, but it's just like, oh, I guess I'm dead now. That's pretty cool. And there's another Robomaster down. Okay, I want to take this opportunity while I'm thinking about it. I want to talk about the box art, because while the commentary is going on, all of you guys are getting, well, the commentary on my end is just the box art for the game, but hopefully you guys are actually watching the footage. The box art for this game is incredible. I love taking the bad box art Mega Man and like comparing him to actual Mega Man and just seeing, because I'm very curious to know the thought process that went down for whoever ended up making the box art for this game, because it's kind of impressive. I mean, the face is a little weird, but it's an NES game, so people have weird faces. I can understand that, honestly. And him having like a pistol instead of a handgun, or like the arm cannon or whatever, like, okay, that's kind of forgivable, but like, he's completely blue, so you messed that part up, and he looks like a chode, so I don't... There's so much that could have been done, that should have been done, that wasn't done, and it's humorous to me. Although, It's like it was the 1980s. This game was 1987? Yeah, 1987. So I mean, it's whatever. Although to be fair, it's kind of funny that it did happen because all the memes or whatever, I don't know. There are some things that are like dumb and stupid, but at the same time, it's just, yeah, screw the fire. That it's just like, why did it happen? It shouldn't have happened, and yet you're glad it did happen. I don't know. Might just be me. Maybe, well, it's not even necessarily that whole like learn from experiences sort of thing, because, well, I mean, I guess they did, but I don't know. Ugh, yawn. Sorry. I don't know why I'm tired. I'm watching the coolest run of like any Mega Man game probably ever. Although this makes me excited to see the other Mega Man runs, because I'm pretty sure they're all done by this guy, by young Monty Mole here and his incredible fingers of wonder. Oh god, he got hit for the first time. The second time. The first time he's been hit, and it's on like the hardest Robot Master in the game. So I mean, god, kudos to you. Round of applause for Monty Mole for being a legend, dude. Well, that's all 6 Robot Masters down, so that means we get to go after Dr. Wily. Oh man. And that takes up like the other 4 levels of the game. I do like how, yeah, in comparison to how many levels there are in this game, it's 6-4 instead of the 8-4 from other games, and this noise, oh god, I hate that so much. Grinds my gears, dude. Seriously, I love how the ice can actually like hit someone without doing any damage and still freeze them in place. That's actually kind of awesome. I want to say in Powered Up, if you froze someone in the air, they fell to the ground. But also in that game, the proto-eyes were a lot bigger, but whatever. I have more experience in Powered Up. Powered Up, mainly because it has an easy mode I've played all the way through. I love that version of the game. But I know that's not the original. God forsake me for not playing the original or whatever. I don't know. A traditionalist, not being a traditionalist. I don't care. It's a good game. I keep yawning. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's one of the few PSP games that I own is a Mega Man Powered Up. But that one's such a joy to play. I come back to it probably the most out of every other PSP game I own. Although again, I really don't have that many PSP games. And here's the part where you have to have the Magnet Beam or you're screwed. Have a nice day. So many... no, hold up, was it me? I feel like I've been to that point before where I actually got there and ran out of Magnet Beams, because I distinctly remember getting there and being out of Magnet Beams and wanting to cry. But I don't know. Maybe not. Perhaps I'm just remembering runs from other people and am inserting my memories. Oh, he doesn't even do the pause trick. Oh man. Which means we get to just watch this long, tedious fight go on for an unspecified, not unidentified, length of time. But we get to watch this man do his pro jump tricks. And once again, just take down this annoyingly difficult boss. I do not like this thing at all. Although, does anyone... Also, I think it actually moves in the same... I think the same ones come out at the same time. I actually never noticed that until now. Because it looks like... Yeah, it looks like the order's the same every time, which I never noticed, which... I suppose in that point, like, if you know that it's the same order every time, then that would make it much easier to handle, but I never caught on to that. Huh. That's pretty cool. Shame, though, that that Yellow Devil here doesn't get his voice actor from the PSP version, because I love the Boomo language. He's Boomo Boomo or whatever, like over and over again. I love it. It was an interesting choice, let's say. That's right. And then in that game they also like swapped they swapped the placement of Wily 2 and Wily 3 for some reason. Actually, I think it's because they wanted to have the copy robot level be the one right before Wily, which it wasn't in this version. Plus, wasn't there? I think I think they removed encounters with the Robot Masters in the middle of the stage. Like this Cutman fight here isn't in the PSP version, I think, because I'm pretty sure they ended up adding a boss rush in. So I guess they shortened the other levels and then added the boss rush. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm this tired. It's beyond me. I got good sleep last night. I'm confused. Oh well, whatever. I guess we're this is such a quick game. We're already pretty nearing the end, so I mean, I can go get a nap after this. I guess. Yep. It is interesting though that this is this and this is the only Mega Man game, the only original Mega Man game that doesn't have a boss rush. So, although I'm a fan of both ways, honestly. I like the boss rush in one form, but on the other hand, I do like how they actually just reincorporate the bosses into the level itself. So it makes a much more interesting way of re-encountering all of these boss characters. But I mean, boss rushes are pretty cool because it's just like show how powerful you've become or whatever. Or I guess in that case it's more of like, here's all the abilities I've stolen. Throw them at every other boss in the game again. Plus then usually right afterwards it's Wily, and those are kind of like mentally draining encounters, I'd say. Because you have all these Robot Masters and then you have to face Wily like back to back. So that can be kind of brutal, especially because most Wily fights are like 2 or 3 phases even, so it can get pretty hard on the player. Just this, you have to have like the surge of energy to get through like essentially 10 boss fights in a row, which that's pretty brutal. And we're in the sewer. Or whatever. Yeah, that is what this is, because the like when the water comes in. I don't know. Why are you in the sewer though? I guess, well, it's like the first level is you broke in, and then I guess the second level is like the walls maybe, and now you're breaking into the interior, perhaps? I don't know. It's interesting to think about. These nice pink spongy looking sewers. It's definitely interesting. Also, penguins down here. Those penguin enemies are the weirdest things. Like, I don't... I feel very weird for some reason whenever I see those things. Also, I can never take this... Oh, they explode. Oh, no, those are bombs. Those are the bullet bill things, which move exactly like the penguins, except they explode when you shoot them, so you can still get screwed over by them, and that's really cute. And it's already next boss. Huh. This dude's interesting. Because, what is it? Yeah. Each one gets faster and faster. I hated this one in what is it? In Powered Up. Yeah. This was probably the boss that gave me the most amount of trouble in that game, honestly, I think. Because the Yellow Devil was made a lot easier in that game. Because they changed his weakness, and then also they have it so that whenever you hit a boss with their weakness, they like get stunned, so you can stun lock the Yellow Devil and prevent him from actually like doing his attack. Just hit him with his weakness over and over again. Although I think that's an easy mode exclusive, and again, I basically only played on easy mode because I'm a punk. And I'm not good at games. Is this the... No, I think that's a different Mega Man game. I think that, there's a Mega Man game where there's a level where there's like... There's floors that are actually... Well, no, that was... In an earlier level there was this, but I think there's... Yeah, no, it's not this one. There's a level from some Mega Man game where it's like... There's these walkways over spikes, but the part right over the spikes is a part where you just fall through and die instantly. Which is really cute game design, Capcom. Also, Wily starting his adoration for Gutsman already by just having idols of him hung up on the walls for no reason. But yeah, at least they don't do that in this game. And yeah, congratulations, you can skip that. Also, there was definitely the, what is it called? The Yaiti? Yeah, no, I might be making that up. I think Yaiti is actually a berry from Pokemon. I don't recall. Yaiti. Yeah, Pokemon berry, duh. Also, they do have a boss rush though, but it's just these three. For some reason, they opted to have 3 Robot Masters. Was it 3 or was it... No, it was Cutman and Electman. Was there another one? I don't remember. No, there wasn't another one. So they have those 2 in the middle of the level, and then they have these 4 in a boss rush. So that is a little interesting. I forgot about this. That is a little interesting that that's actually how they did it. Instead of just incorporating them all into the level, or having them all be fought in this little elevator, teleporter, boss fight area thing. Interesting design choice, I'd say. But hey, we are fast nearing the end of this game that my dude Monty Mole has just ripped through. But I always enjoy watching this one. Again, that sense of hope that maybe someday I can be as good as Monty Mole is at video games. Maybe not necessarily at this video game, but that's at one of them. Also, yeah, just rip through that. Okay, the fire's effective because you get the shot and the shield to do damage as well. And then, yeah, I never remember the weaknesses for the Wily bosses either. But that seems to be fairly effective. Yeah, I don't this one, yeah, the shots are weird for this guy. I don't know. We done? That's it. Wow. Bam. That doesn't look like a difficult boss, and again, he makes things look really easy, but I'm pretty sure that thing is actually like really difficult. But I don't remember, and I don't want to go back and find out, and I'll just take Monty Mole's words for it that, just like the rest of the game, it's a piece of cake. With that score of 1,150,800. Well, alright, that's the end of the game. These classic games are so short, but also like people who are good at them make them not last as long. Also, this is definitely the title screen music from Mega Man 2. I guess the title screen music from Mega Man 2 is actually a remix of the credits theme from Mega Man 1. That's pretty cool. Or at least that part right there. Huh. I never knew that. That's pretty cool. Jamming out. This is such a good game. I love Mega Man games, and I can't wait to do more commentaries for more Mega Man games. But I mean, this was very short, so I gave as many thoughts as I possibly could during that time. I guess my final thoughts for this is that I don't know. This game is fantastic. Mega Man 2 and onward, I think for the most part, are definitely better. This game sets a great foundation for one of my favorite gaming franchises, and just paves roads for awesome 2D platforming shooter games. Yuki-chan's Papa. That's a cute name. Also, I love his hair here. That's awesome. Presented by Capcom USA. Well, there. So that's actually the end of the video now. But yeah. So I guess that is going to be the end for my long play commentary on the original Mega Man. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is my first one that I've ever recorded, although I know there's going to be another one uploaded at the same time as well. Please feel free to leave your feedback in the comments, as well as any other thoughts you may have, or any additional input on what I've said, or anything of the sort. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, thanks again. This has been Cianex, and y'all take care. Bye.